That's the answer, right? So okay, so what is my job? My job is to release every thought, every block, every feeling that keeps me from recognizing the truth of that statement. So my spiritual path is an undoing, not a doing.
Oh, yeah.
The spiritual path it's undoing erroneous perceptions that block us. That the truth is already in us. It's just covered up by what we learned from the world ever since we landed. The truth is underneath everything you've learned since you were a child. It's already in you. The affirmations and stuff, it's not putting anything in you. It's just reminding you of something that's already in you. So sometimes when people come to a class like this, they will say, boy, you're putting in the words something I felt all along, but no one was saying it. And then for some people, it's like crazy new stuff that they go, what the hell is he talking about? You know, but for many people, it's a remembering and a reminder. That's where it was for me. So the Course says, if the person, check this out, a patient decides this is so. The Course calls us patients. A patient decides that this is so and he recovers. If the patient decides against recovering, he won't be healed. Okay, I gave you the pill, you healed. I gave you the pill, you still got the problem. It's the same pill. Why didn't it work for both of you? Both humans. Why didn't it work for both of you? One of you decided to be healed, the other one didn't. So it says what? The patient decides this is so and he recovers. If the patient decides against recovery, he will not be healed. Who is the physician? Only the mind of the patient himself. I said it again. Who is the physician? Only my mind is the physician. Only my mind is the physician. I like to repeat stuff. Only my mind is the physician. The outcome is what he decides that it is. So the outcome is going to be what? What I decide the outcome is. When I heard this a lot of times, I used to think I believed it. I would like come to classes and read books a lot, and I would sit up in the class and I would say, oh, I believe that my thought is creating that. I believe that I'm the one. And to the point I go, I'm kind of bored of hearing that. I've heard that so much. How will I know when I've accepted it as true?
When you practice it.
When you practice it and when you get the healing. Up until that point, I don't believe it yet. I haven't accepted it as true yet. So if you think you're hearing this and you agree with it, but you're not doing it, you haven't heard it yet. If you say I agree with what you're saying, but I don't do it, then you haven't heard it yet. You're innocent and cute and juicy, but you haven't heard it yet. And I like to think that the truth works, but I just haven't heard it yet. But I'm working on hearing it. You know how I work on hearing it? I record these books, and then I listen to them all night on my iPod. I have friends who also are trying to take responsibility for themselves and remind me of it, and I see them as innocent and they see me as innocent. I party with people who want to see themselves as innocent. I walk in the park with people who want to see themselves every way possible that I can choose. I choose for people who have the same purpose as me, even though we might not all be able to do it yet. That's where I start. Wow. Certainly I'm not going to be hanging out with the people that's telling me I'm insane for even thinking this. What do I do with them? I talk about the latest thing that they're talking about. I listen. I remember who they are while they're telling me a story, but I don't try to engage them in my thought system because my thought system stays stronger when I'm not listening to them. So if I tell them what I believe that's opposite to what they believe, then they're going to try to show me how I'm wrong. And now we're going to get in this conversation where we're debating back and forth and weakening each other's beliefs. As a matter of fact, I'm helping them believe even more in what they believe because now they're defending it. Where if I had not said anything but talked about how much I love that beautiful chocolate cake that they just got through baking that tastes so good, then I would be joining with them where we could join. They would feel good being in my presence because there isn't any fear of conflict. Because they love me more, they'll automatically become more tolerant and open about the differences between us. So it'd be much better to affect a person at an emotional level than to try to affect a person at a mental level, because it's the emotional level that people remember. They remember more about how they felt with you than what you all talked about. So while you're picking apart the words they were saying, what the other person is really remembering is how they felt about you. And when you look back on the past and you think about old relationships that you've had with other people, the Course says all you are remembering are your reactions to them. You don't even know how they were reacting to you. So when you say, I met that person 5 years ago and I really liked them and I really had a good time, you're just remembering your reaction to them. They might be telling somebody, if you see them coming, tell me so I can go the other way. I do not ever want to see that person again for the rest of my life. That might be why they're not calling. They're having a different reaction to you than you had to them. So when I look back through my past and I think about my friends and my childhood, I realize I'm only remembering how I was feeling about those things. I don't really know what happened to me when I was a child. I don't even know as an adult what's happening to me. So why should I trust the perceptions that I had of anything as a child? And I often hear people talking about all the time what they went through as a child, determining how they're feeling right now, as if their perceptions of what was going on as a child were accurate perceptions that they can now look back on as a legitimate reason for how they're feeling about somebody. The truth is, you know how little children don't know in most cases what the heck is going on, or if they really do know, we make sure they forget it quick with our education of them. Right? So even if they are saying, well, you know, I did talk to an invisible presence last night that's my guardian angel. What? That's crazy. You didn't really do that. That's not real. So even though the children come in aware, we see to it that they end up like us. You know, unless we are awakening beings. Then we are trying to encourage them to feel safe enough to communicate whatever they're really feeling, because when people feel safe, they'll really let you know what's going on. I really want to know what's going on, so you're going to let me know what's going on faster if I don't attack you for the things that you tell me that's going on. So if you want to have honest communication that brings about love in a relationship, you must not attack people for telling you the truth about how they feel. Even if you don't like it. Especially if you don't like it. And if you can't pull it off, forgive yourself and go, I'm going to try again the next time, and I'll see if I can do it better, and I'll go visit them in the hospital now. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, how do I choose for peace? I have to really want it for myself. How do I know I don't really want it for myself? Because when the situation comes up, I choose to attack. How do I know I want attack? I choose to attack. How do I know I want peace? I want to attack, but I don't attack. I breathe instead of attack. I breathe instead of attacking. I breathe. Instead of attacking, I breathe. You're saying something, I feel defensive. I breathe. I want to curse you out. I breathe. I want to tell you what's wrong with you. I breathe. I want to judge you. I breathe.
That answers my question.
Right. Just try it all week. You'll find, if nothing else, your lungs will be 10 times larger and more healthy by this weekend. You'll be able to hold your breath for 30 minutes underwater alone just by this weekend if you do what I say. So the Course then says that the outcome is what? Who decides?
You.
Okay, now let's talk about medicine, anything you do in the physical world to heal a condition. Let's talk about that. Then where does the physical healing methods come in? Great question. If it's just me deciding, why do I need to go to the doctor? Why do I need to exercise? Why do I need to have that certain diet? Why do I need to do all those things? Do you think that's a good question?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, here's the answer. You are choosing them. He says special agents. Special agents seem to be ministering, I'll say, to me, yet the special agents but give form to my own choice.